what's going on, Blackish fam? I hope all is well in your corner of the world. Man, I changed the setup, right? I swapped out from a Mac to a PC. We got to change the mic setup here. We got a more improved camera. You can see more definition. Hopefully you guys appreciate that, and hopefully it makes the videos that much better. Without further ado, I want to get into Marlon Craft. This is a double XL freestyle called What I Do. I was actually this morning, earlier, I heard about another death of a young black man at the hands of police, a man named Amir Locke. This is someone that was executing, the police were executing a no-knock warrant, and they went into his home, woke him up, and he didn't know what was going on, who was coming into his home, or the place where he was staying, and he reached for his legal firearm, and the police killed him. And it's just something, it's so important that we highlight cases like this to show that there's a problem with the way that we interpret the laws and the way that we enforce laws. Breonna Taylor, a few years ago, was also killed when the police were executing a no-knock warrant. So it's important that we understand what's going on in the world around us. It's really frustrating when I see these other YouTubers that have this huge platform, right? They've amassed all these subscribers, but they're just bobbing their head, right? And they're not highlighting the stories that are important to our community. If you're a fan, you could be a fan of hip-hop, and we get into the nitty-gritty, right? We get surgical with the bars. But I think it's just as important that we use our platform to discuss positive change, right? Change in our communities. And when someone does something right or wrong, I think it's important that we highlight that. As a lot of you guys know, I study constitutional law, and I have a whole section with legal breakdowns, what to do when you're pulled over by the police, what to do when you're actually guilty, right? You do have a weapon on you. You do have drugs on you. And what are ways around that? So, if you're a fan of that type of legal breakdown, make sure you check those out as well. But speaking of someone who knows how to use his platform, man, Marlon Craft, for this dude not being a person of color, this man just stands for what I wish a lot of artists did, right? They're using their platform to discuss changes and problems in the world. Without further ado, we're going to get into this, I guess it's a freestyle, right? A double XL freestyle. Let's get right into it.
That's Marlon Craft from New York City. You watching Double XL.
What I do.
I don't know if chasing the throne is really where I'm at. Like, what good is the crown when that tiara whack?
I guess this is some form of acapella, right? He just went right in. There's no beat to this. But it's really interesting what he said, right? He said something about chasing the tiara, or what good is chasing the crown when the tiara's whack? The crown is normally referred to with a king, right? But when I think of tiara, I think of a queen or a princess. I think it's just funny how he used that. I don't know if it's considered the same for a king.
Tiara crack, but a lot of these dudes two-faced. Times we in sad, like my watch got a blue face.
Ooh, a blue face, right? So he's talking about there's a play on words there. Your watch can either have a blue face, right? A sick-ass watch, but a blue face, right? The play on words is sad, right? Now, when you say somebody's blue, they're down and out.
A lot of these dudes two-faced. Times we in sad, like my watch got a blue face. It's a war between living truthfully and the lie way. If you bang for the false, when they ask you to explain, you're gonna be like, YK, you against all the questions. I'm Osiris of lies, bring bullshit to its deathbed.
What did he say there? It's a war between living truthfully and the lie way. He said if you bang for the false, then when they ask you to explain, then you're going to be like YK. I don't know if I get that. Let me know if you know the reference in the comments below. I'm thinking Y2K, right? When 2000 hit, everyone thought the computers were going to freeze up. I don't know about the YK.
Against all the questions. I'm Osiris of lies, bring bullshit to his deathbed. In a world,
he said I'm Osiris. Osiris was considered god of the deceased, right? He was the son and the oldest child of Geb, I believe. These are deities and sky goddesses, right? A lot of mythology. But he was his wife and sister was Isis, the goddess of motherhood, magic, fertility, and death. But again, when he says Osiris, Osiris in most circles is known as the god of the deceased.
And you're going to be like, YK, you against all the questions. I'm Osiris Sublime, bring bullshit to his deathbed. In a world where everyone talk about what they gonna do, I'm really trying to shoot my shot like a gunner do. No one get a million, swear I'm trying to be ace. If I don't get paid soon, she could get Rico nasty. It'd be so wacky, the game that we in, and where I'm next to be. Just trying to make sure my head is free. And I really think that I'm going to be the best can be, but I'm still human. Even I don't got wordplay for comethazine. I'm a city boy the hot girls never loved. Deep inside, I knew our dad was gallant. Now the guy who raps about...
I think it's cool that he highlights the fact that he kind of looks like a lame, right? He said he's one of those dudes that girls never loved, right? I think that says a lot about what we value in this world, too, right? This doesn't seem as dense as a lot of his other work, right? There's not a lot that needs breaking down. But I did want to cover, it sounded like he said, he didn't say promethazine, he said comethazine. And I'm wondering if he's referring to the artist. There's an actual artist that's out by me. I'm in Illinois. I'm in just outside of Chicago now, about an hour west of the city. There's an artist that's in this area that's named comethazine, but it's a mixture. His name comes from cocaine and promethazine. But I'm not sure if he's referring to him specifically.
City boy, the hot girls never loved. Get Rico nasty, it be so wacky, the game that we in, and where I'm next to be. Just trying to make sure my head is free. And I really think that I'm going to be the best can be, but I'm still human. Even I don't got wordplay for comethazine. I'm a city boy the hot girls never loved. Deep inside, I knew our dad was gallant. Now the guy who raps about his family got a little rise, and they all...
Just run it back a bit here.
Hot girls never loved. Deep inside, I knew our dad was gallant. Wacky, the game that we in, and where I'm next to be. Just trying to make sure my head is free. And I really think that I'm going to be the best can be, but I'm still human. Even I don't got wordplay for comethazine. I'm a city boy the hot girls never loved.
He's playing on the city girls, right? It's a hot girl summer, bitch, right?
Side, I knew our dad was gallant.
Gallant, probably another word for saying player, right? Someone that's charismatic, can make his moves around the ladies, right? Confident. I believe that's what he's saying.
Deep inside, I knew our dad was gallant. Now the guy who raps about his family got a little rise, and they all try and ride one Meg the Stallion. But industry try to play me, act like I got rabies. When I ask why, tell me I'm crying like I'm the baby. Nah. Maybe we want to do them like I'm the baby. Turn all these offices into that Louis Vuitton store.
Ooh, bro, who remembers? People kept testing the baby, right? Wasn't a Louis Vuitton store. Dude was trying to test them. And I always think of Toby Wigway, right? His song, he says, try Jesus, don't try me, because I throw hands, right? And it's like, yo, fuck around and get it twisted. A lot of us old school cats that come from the inner city, yo, we've been fighting before. Yo, how I grew up, if you got your ass whooped at school, you're going to get your ass whooped again when you came home. You better fight like you got something to prove. If somebody tests you, don't ever start a fight. But if somebody tests you, if somebody puts their hands on you, you better make sure they never put their hands on someone else again without thinking of your face, right? Yo, we throw hands, right? In Chicago, most inner cities. You do not want to step up to somebody's from the inner city because they probably been in more scuffles than you would think. And unfortunately, this dude had to learn the hard way fucking with the baby at the Louis Vuitton store. I'm going to have to pull this video up. Hold on real quick. I got it pulled up right here. Again, someone playing games, right? This is exactly what happened with the baby in the Louis Vuitton store. Hold on. It's this dude right here talking smack right to the baby. And the baby done killed somebody in Walmart. We already know he's legally armed, right? But he could also throw hands, bro. This is a brother from the streets. Don't come on. It's the wrong way to get your name in the books, bro. Right here. Hold on. I'm scared of what? Alright, fuck around and find out. Say so. Feeling froggish, leap, boy. Leap, boy. It's saying shit. Swing, motherfucker. Beep, 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 beep. Ooh.
Kill cold heart. Kill cold heart.
Fuck around and find out.
Knock them out.
Ah.
Dolo, I'm the truth. Quit playing with me, boy. Quit playing with me, boy.
I love it, right? So many people, they could see a celebrity and it's like, yo, why you just can't leave somebody alone, right? You gotta fuck with him. All right, bro, fuck around and find out, right? If it ain't him, it would have been a security. Fuck around and find out. Looked like he got raped in that bad boy. Got his ass straight. He got beat the fuck up in a Louis Vuitton store. Now he got a story to tell his kids.
His offices into that Louis Vuitton store. Don't care root for everyone to win. Want to see us all be healthy. Like I love to see Roddy rich become Roddy wealthy. But truth is, the fans were a little nosy. They see most of us rappers broke. Act like we're running the game.
Listen what he's saying, right? It's not about being rich or hood rich. It's about being wealthy, right? There's a difference there, right? There's a difference between actually having access to money and having your money work for you and build more money, right? You build wealth. And you can pass that wealth down to your kids and your kids' kids and make it easier for them. Having money isn't about buying Gucci belts, right? It's about putting yourself in a position to take advantage of other opportunities that you can't do with money. A lot of dudes get it twisted. Money is just the beginning so that you can start the fight, right? So you can control, you have freedom to do what you want and to set yourself up for the future. Money's not about just blowing it on Benz trucks and Maseratis and, come on now.
The truth is, the fans were a little nosy. They see most of us rappers broke. Act like we're running the game, but we just run with some fame. And when we run to the bay, it ain't a sprint, it's more a little mosey. So why be entertained with lies when you can pass me the court? Hey, I'll play you something about a man whose name be his forte. Crap, it's my time, it's my home, and I'm getting cozy. Funhouse mirror out now, you should get to know
me. Woo, shit. Yo. Marlon Craft, and this one wasn't, I don't think this was his best freestyle, right? I like the I-95 one, I like the Funkmaster Flex one. But yo, he always brings it, right? So anybody who's their own person and they're talking about things that are positive for hip hop, yo, I'm a fan, man. So just wanted to highlight some of his work. If you're a fan, man, make sure that you show your love by subscribing to the channel. We're definitely going to be getting into more of Marlon's catalog.